Here with cross-country coach Ward Berndt. Coach, it's been 2 weeks since you guys have competed in a meet, which obviously, as we've talked before, it's by design that you have basically a week of training in between each of your competitions. So let's talk a little bit about the St. Olaf Invitational 2 weeks ago. Very good, solid performance by the guys. They really seem to be picking things up. Peter Borash leading the way on the guys' side.
Yeah. I would say, for the St. Olaf meet, I'd say, I talked to the guys about this too, qualitatively it was actually a pretty good meet. By qualitative, I mean, we actually got good places, we got good times, but it wasn't still a race that we could be proud of coming into. There's still a lot of things we could make corrections in there. They got 5th out of a 22 teams, something like that, and the women got 15th. They slipped a spot, but the women actually ran much better this year than they have in the past too, which is fun to see that too. So, while it was a good meet, it's definitely a starting point for the next meet.
And it's a place that you'll become familiar with because the regional is there. Is that an advantage for you to be able to run on that early in the year before you head into basically one of your biggest meets of the year later on?
I think so, because each course has its own kind of quirks and its own characteristics, and until you run that course, you don't really know where those things are. If it was a track meet, yeah, it's a 400-meter track, it's all the same flat. But at different cross-country courses, there's certain sections you can attack and need to kind of lay back a little bit and really know where you can be aggressive. So it's definitely an advantage to get a chance to feel it out and test out some of those areas.
We talk about the same 4 guys leading the way for you each week, but those 4 have really kind of turned things on. It almost started last year at what we're going to talk about next, the SMU No Limit Invitational, where they kind of took their game, so to speak, to that next level. Talk a little bit about the way those 4 have been running, and we're talking about Peter and Aaron and Jake Traxler and John Souchere.
I think they found some confidence there. When they realized they could beat some teams, and I think we were 2nd last year at that meet, but regardless, they ran really well to get 2nd. They felt good about themselves, and that was, when you get some confidence, you can definitely be more aggressive and continue to build off of that. So yeah, they've been running much better as a pack together, took all the way through track and took all the way through cross-country preseason training. And they're still going with it too. It's good to see. Let's
talk a little bit about Friday's SMU No Limit Invitational. A big field, so it's going to be one of those things. Not a lot of conference teams, which is probably good. You get to see some other runners. But what will you use this race for in terms of how you're going to measure it compared to maybe even the St. Olaf Invitational?
I think this one we're looking at trying a couple things that we want to do at a conference. This field is going to be closer to our conference size, and I think the way the race is going to start off is going to be pretty similar. So we're actually going to challenge our team to race it the way that we would race our conference meet and see what happens in there. If it falls apart, then we know how to do it next time or change it next time. So we're looking more as a conference meet for this one rather than a regional or anything else.
Very difficult course, probably the toughest course you guys run, but nice to be a home course. And really, if last year is any indication, or if the Alumni Open is any indication, great turnout from the fans, and that's got to really make the athletes feel good as they're competing.
Yeah, it's always fun to run in front of people that are cheering for you. And last couple of years, we've been getting a lot of spectators. We're getting a lot more family and friends coming to these things too, so it's a lot more fun for the athletes to be at home to do that.
Friday afternoon, St. Mary's Trails. We've got the SMU No Limit Invitational. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.